I think the successful entrepreneurs really have kind of one unifying characteristic, and then that's grit. It really truly is grit. And it's not a function of where they went to school or, really what they even studied, but it's, where did you come from and how did you get here? Right. And tell me about that journey, because if the answer is, oh, I went to a prep school on the East Coast and I got straight A's, and then I went to Stanford and I got straight A's, and then I did this YC thing, and like, okay, no, right? But if instead I love Jake's story is phenomenal, right? I mean, Jake went to the GSB, which we won't hold against him. I'm from Berkeley, so so go Bears. But anyway, so Jake went to the GSB for law school, and he went to Pitzer for undergrad. However, neither of his parents went to college, and his dad didn't even graduate from high school. And so you get his story of like growing up in the Santa Cruz Mountains and sort of like his whole experience. And it's just, and he takes nothing for granted, right? He's a super hard worker. He's a very thoughtful human being. And I think people that have that experience and they come from, a very different background, and they're here, they couldn't just take assumptions at face value, right? They kind of had to question everything along the way, and also believe that anything was possible. And so those people too are who are going, when things go south, and Casetext, for example, wasn't always up and to the right. I don't think any of my companies were always up and to the right. And the question is, well, when that happens, how are they going to tackle the problem? Are they just going to, address it in stride and be like, oh, of course, there's a problem there, and they don't lose their cool about it, right? They really set about to, how are we going to overcome it? How are we going to fix it? And how are we going to be better kind of on the other side of it? And so I think, the word grit is probably really overused and pretty cliche maybe, but I think that is the key thing, right? That really truly successful founders have is that.